Hello, I'm Miss Gill and I'm the Head of Psychology. Being that psychology is not offered in the lower school, I thought I'd start off by telling you a little bit about this very exciting subject. Psychology is the science of mind and behaviour. This definition of psychology tells us that the subject is a science, and so if you don't like science, it will not be the subject for you. Psychology covers a broad range of topic areas, such as memory, attachment and social influence in the first year, and schizophrenia, relationships and aggression in the second year. Each of these topic areas looks at theories, studies, and practical applications of such research. For example, the memory topic investigates how we remember and how we forget. And then armed with this knowledge, you will look at how this can be applied. In this case, you will look at how the police and courts can ensure that the eyewitness testimonies they rely on are accurate. This course requires you to have achieved, at the minimum, a 5 in maths and 6s in science and English. It is a completely exam-based course. There is no coursework. The exam questions range from short answer questions to 60-mark based questions. The A-level psychology course will enable you to develop a number of life and study skills. You will be expected to take part in discussion and debate, present material, identify key information from text, analyse and present data and evaluate theoretical ideas, amongst a whole host of other things. Psychology can also lead you into many careers. For example, aside from being a qualified psychologist, such as a clinical, criminal, health, sport, or an educational psychologist, psychology can be useful for an array of people-orientated careers, such as law, human resources, and youth work, to name but a few. Psychology is a very intensive but rewarding course, and with hard work and commitment comes a fascinating insight into the human mind and behaviour.
Psychology is the study of the human mind. In this A-level course, you cover a number of interesting topics like psychopathology, which will challenge the way you view mental health and memory, which is the topic you will open the course with. The lessons are engaging and plenty of support is offered to make sure you understand the content you are covering. For example, alongside the textbooks which support your work in lessons, Miss Gill also creates booklets which help to reduce all of the information you need to know and present it in a more interesting and visual way. This is a great benefit when coming to revise for mocks and exams. Psychology is also a good subject for making sure that classes are on top of their revision notes throughout the year, as these are often set as homework when you are completing the topics in class. Originally, I was not sure if I wanted to take psychology for A-level, as the idea of doing something completely new seemed really daunting to me, but the level of support I have been offered, especially over the course of lockdown, as well as the depth that we go into in lessons, meant that it really engaged me, leading me to apply for psychology at university. A topic that particularly interested me was social influence, as it always left room for some kind of debate or discussion in class about what we were studying and whether or not we agreed with the conclusions that different psychologists drew from their research. Within psychology, we are always able to voice our own opinions about the things we are studying and complete a range of both independent and group work. This means that I am exposed to new ways of thinking on a weekly basis. All in all, I think psychology is an incredibly interesting topic to study, and if you are interested in the way that different processes in your mind work, as well as expanding your knowledge on how different mental disorders, such as anxiety and schizophrenia, manifest, I recommend taking it for A-level.
My name's Ignace and I'm a psychology student at Cardinal Newman. In psychology, we study about the human mind and how it functions. We look at various facts that help us discover how we work as people. It is a challenging yet engaging subject. To succeed, you have to put in a lot of work, but in the end it will be worth it, as the subject isn't hard if you understand it. The lesson pace is fast, but it's done in a fun way so that you will never feel like you're going through a boring lecture. Even though I've only been studying psychology for 3 months, it is my favourite subject from the selection of subjects that I've chosen.
My name's Lewis and I'm also a psychology student at Cardinal Newman. We look at many real-life investigations that are studied throughout the course. There are also practicals that you and the group can perform to gain your very own experience with applied psychology and how it affects the real world. There are many units which you will study throughout the 2-year course, for example, social influence, memory attachment, biopsychology, psychopathology, and research methods. Within each of these units, you'll study the concepts, the investigations that will take place in the real world, and the ethical issues that arise within the unit. Thank you for listening to me today, and I hope that you consider taking psychology at A-level next year.